I'm back here at Laguindingan Airport, and today I'll be flying back with Philippines AirAsia. It has been 4 years since I last flew with them to Iloilo, but for today's flight, I'll be flying to Manila. Just after I entered the check-in area, I immediately checked in for my flight. While waiting for my turn, they announced it was final check-in call for my flight. Shortly after that, I took a quick snack at Dunkin' Donuts and proceeded to the departure hall. Waving goodbye to my mother as I ascended the escalator, only to find out that my assigned aircraft had arrived, and we started boarding. While waiting in line, I saw the Mabuhay Lounge has reopened here at Laguindingan Airport. Once I boarded the aircraft, I looked around my area to see safety cards and an in-flight magazine. While passengers continue to board, I read the safety card of the Airbus A320. Shortly following that, the crew performed the safety demo.
Bearing in mind that the nearest exit may be behind you. During evacuation, leave your hand luggage. If smoke is present, please keep low and follow the path lights to the nearest exit as indicated. A copy of this safety information card is in your seat pocket. Please read it carefully.
My mother took a video of the aircraft before we pushed back. We taxied onto the runway, and I am off to Manila. As our aircraft climbed to our cruising altitude, First Officer PJ made an announcement over the PA.
Of the commander of this flight, Captain Bob Armas. My name is PJ, and after that our cabin crew, headed by Rina, assisted by Z, Kez, and Finn. I'd like to thank you all for flying with us, and we hope to be of service to you in any other future flights. Again, thank you for flying with AirAsia. Stay safe, everybody.
After the announcement, I browsed on the food selection part of the in-flight magazine, looking on what AirAsia has to offer for their in-flight meals. After browsing the in-flight magazine, I look out my window to see we're flying over Bohol Panglao International Airport. Hello there, Bohol! After looking at Bohol Panglao International Airport, my pre-ordered meal was served. I ordered a beef tapa with scrambled egg for my breakfast. It is better you order your food in advance when you book your flight, since your pre-ordered meal will be served first before others. And here is my beef tapa with scrambled egg, and let's eat, guys! After a few minutes of eating, I now turn to the in-flight magazine to see what AirAsia has to offer for their merchandise. After browsing the in-flight magazine, I bought some merchandise. Bought an AirAsia cap, 2 remove before flight keychains, 5 4-in-1 pens, and an AirAsia umbrella. Shortly, we started our initial descent to Manila. After returning the merchandise back to the bag, I strap it on the seat beside me as if it was a passenger. Moments after that, we flew over Taal Volcano. After passing Taal Volcano, the seatbelt sign turned back
We
on.
will be landing shortly. Please return to your seat. Put your
And now flying over Cavite. Now passing by Slangley Airport, now on our final approach to Manila's runway 06.
Dear guests, we have just landed at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. AirAsia welcomes you to Manila. Please be informed that your arrival will be at Terminal 2. We're pleased to inform you that we have landed 35 minutes ahead of our schedule. For your safety, please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Be careful when opening the overhead compartment, and please ensure you have all your personal belongings with you before leaving the aircraft. It was a pleasure having you on board, and we look forward to serving you again soon. On behalf of AirAsia, Captain Bob Armas, First Officer Patrick Aguilar, and the rest of the crew members, we would like to say thank you for flying with us. For passengers traveling with infants and were given infant life vests, please return them to the cabin crew upon deplaning. And for safety reasons, all guests are required to remain seated until the aircraft has come to complete stop at the parking bay and the fasten seatbelt sign is switched on. Thank you for your cooperation.
As we taxied to our gate, I spotted Shell C5, a spotting place famous for plane spotters here in Manila, and did some plane spotting as we taxied to our gate. Just before I deported the aircraft, I was allowed into the cockpit and thanked the crew for a wonderful experience. And I took my first steps in NAIA Terminal 2. It has been 8 years since I last stepped foot here in Manila, and it's my first time in Terminal 2. Made my way down onto the arrival hall. Next, I will make my way up to the departures to catch my next flight on Philippine Airlines to Cebu. Morning. Nandiyan pala. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Goodbye! Continuing from my arrival in Manila, I am here at the North Wing side of Terminal 2, where Philippine Airlines operates most of its domestic flights. As I entered the check-in area, I saw some Christmas decorations that were put up here, and with the feeling that it is already Christmas. I asked around what were the counters open for Cebu-bound flights. Dinhi man ang check-in for Cebu.
Yung sir flight
11:50 pa.
Sige sir, check.
Sige, thank you. And made my way to check-in for my flight.
Pupunta kayo sir Cebu, wait 5B, gate 8 na lang po, birthday po 11:20, 58 will visit po wala
Yeah.
po. Thank you po.
Thank you. After checking in and passing through security, I do some plane spotting and explore the north and south wing of the terminal, and found our assigned gate for my flight. After that, I continue to spot. Here is RPC 8975, or also known as Aling Puring in the plane spotting community. Behind it is RPC 8967, which was the aircraft I rode from Cagayan to Manila earlier. Back to spotting. Also notice that there are birds flying around Terminal 2. This was a first seeing birds flying around inside an airport terminal. Constantly moving between the north and south wing, and passed by the Mabuhay Lounge here in Terminal 2, located between the north and south wings. After 4 hours here in Terminal 2, it's time to board my flight for Cebu. As I entered the aircraft, I found out it would be a full flight. Once all passengers are on board, the crew performs a safety demo. And we push back from our gate. If you know what is this barking sound, leave it in the comment box below. As we taxied onto the runway, I get surprised or amazed by the aircrafts arriving and departing in and out of NAIA. We stopped momentarily due to aircrafts waiting in line for departure, and we were number 3 for departure. After waiting for 10 minutes, we depart for Cebu. As we departed Manila, I was spotted by a fellow plane spotter. Shout out to Manila Runway 24 for taking these photos of my flight. Thank you, sir. Back to the flight. As we climb out of Manila, we experience moderate turbulence for about 5 to 8 minutes. Out of the turbulence, the cabin crew started their meal service, and my smoked corned beef was served. After eating my meal, I relaxed and looked around the cabin and the view, and asked for another round of water. Also check to see if the seats of Philippine Airlines can be adjusted, since I've seen this in multiple TikTok videos, which I tried it out, which is true. After minutes of cruise, the cabin crew collected the garbage and we descended for Cebu, and now arriving to the Queen City of the South.
Philippine Airlines welcomes you to Mactan, Cebu. Time for your convenience is 15 minutes at the hour of 1 in the afternoon and the date is 1st of December 2023 on Friday.
After 6 months, I am back here at the Queen City of the South. We taxied onto our gate. I was again spotted by a fellow plane spotter here in Mactan. Shout out to CapZac993 for taking these photos of our approach. Thank you. And passengers deboarded the aircraft, and I was one of the last to deboard the aircraft. There is our aircraft, RPC9921, my first ride on an Airbus A321. Made my way to the arrival hall, and now I will catch my next flight back to Cagayan de Oro with Cebu Pacific. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Goodbye!
Patungong Camiguin ay handa nang tumanggap ng mga panauhing may go-ahead priority.
From Mindanao to Luzon, I'm now here in the Queen City of the South, or also known as Cebu. After eating my lunch, I explored around MCIA's airport village before I head into the check-in area. As I entered the check-in area, I used the self-check-in kiosk that was provided here. If you have no check-in luggage, you can use this machine to check in for your flight. You just have to type your booking reference, and do some confirmation with the information that's provided there, and your boarding pass gets printed. I proceeded to security, and passed through to one of the things I love here in MCIA, which is the ticket scanner prior to security. I looked at the flight display to see our gate has not been assigned yet, so I went shopping and did some plane spotting. While spotting, I heard that we had a gate change and immediately went to the gate after spotting. After checking out the gate, I did another round of shopping and bought some things. And went back to our gate, only to find out that I will be flying on one of two Cebu Pacific special livery aircraft, RPC 4160, which I spotted here in Cebu 6 months ago. It was still an all-white look. Back to Mactan, shortly after spotting 4160, we started boarding. My boarding pass gets scanned and walked to the jetway. The line was quite long, so I did some spotting while waiting to enter the aircraft. Hello there, 8963. I saw you earlier at Manila. We'll be back here at MCIA next year. Boarded the aircraft and made my way to my seat.
I am currently on board my last flight for today. This is my third leg, and we're currently flying back home from Cebu Pacific. And we're currently on board the aircraft. Actually, this aircraft is a special delivery aircraft, RPC 4160. It has the best flight. Currently, we're about to close the main cabin door, and I will talk more about this aircraft later on as we're during the so hopefully I can talk with you.
While passengers continue to board, I read the safety card of the Airbus A320ceo and the crew performed the safety demo.
who will demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Each seat is provided with a seatbelt to fasten, push ends together. Tighten seatbelt by pulling loose ends to unfasten left top of buckle and pull free ends to release.
After the safety demo, the jetway was moved away from the aircraft. And this aircraft is equipped with mood lighting, only one of two in the fleet. We started our taxi onto the runway. And departing Mactan for the last time this year. As the sun sets over Cebu, we climb to our cruising altitude. Shortly, flight attendants began their in-flight meal service, and my pre-ordered meal was served. This is an egg deluxe sandwich. Also, the seats on board 4160 are different than the 5J usual seats. It is similar to Philippine Airlines where you can adjust the headrest except the height of the headrest. As I look out my window, there is 5J391, also heading for Laguindingan Airport. Started our initial descent to Laguindingan. And the crew set the mood lighting for landing. And now, touching down at Laguindingan's runway 09.
everyone, Cebu Pacific welcomes you to Laguindingan Airport. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please check your surroundings to ensure you do not leave any of your personal belongings behind. Be cautious when opening the overhead bins as heavy items may have moved during the flight. Nangyari po lamang na manatiling nakaupo at hinding matanggal ang ilaw sa fasten seatbelt sign bago tumayo para kunin ang inyong mga kagamitan. Nais rin namin ipaalam sa inyo ng paggamit ng palikuran sa mga sandaling ito ay may higpit na ipinagbabawal. Maraming salamat po. On behalf of your entire Cebu Pacific team, head of your flight deck crew, Captain V. Magiba and First Officer Regalado, together with your cabin crew, we thank you for making Cebu Pacific a part of your important moments. It was truly a pleasure having you all on board, and we do hope to fly you to more fun in the future. Once again, thank you everyone for flying Cebu Pacific.
Once our aircraft come to a stop, the jet is connected. And passengers deboarded the aircraft. I was allowed into the cockpit and thanked the crew and deboarded the aircraft, walking on the same jetway where I left Laguindingan earlier this morning. And made my way through the arrival hall. Thank you guys for supporting me for this entire year and to more vlogs and travels to come. This is Danthexplorer here at Laguindingan Airport. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Birthday to me.
Last and final call for boarding. Last and final call for boarding for the last few remaining passengers on AirAsia Flight Z to